queue if you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard how joyous the bees can make.
Yeah.
Let's make some noise of our own. Let's hear it now for your London Wasps side this afternoon. And Wasps in the 15, Tom Voice. On the wing, number 14, Michael Roberts. Centre, number 13, Ayula Rinley. Centre, number 12, Stuart Abbott. On the wing, number 11, John Rudd.
It's the Wasps against the Bees, Premiership champions against part-timers from Division 1. We may well see today just how great the division is between the top flight and those with aspirations to join the elite. Wasps understandably resting a few star fixtures, no Delalio, Worsley, Rob Howler, Josh Lucy, but Simon Shaw brings his formidable presence back to the side as captain. The Bees can call upon this season's leading try scorer in fullback Dave Knight. He passed a late fitness test and a calf strain. They also have the National League's all-time leading try scorer Nick Baxter has crossed opposition lines in field 125 times. Another couple today wouldn't go amiss, and we're underway in fine conditions at Adams Park. Referee today Paul Honus barking a few early instructions, and Harvey Billion, the South African standoff today for Wasps, sends it deep. It's fielded well by the Bees, but a rather loose kick, and the home side have gathered it safely. Not for the last time today, one suspects. Birmingham are on the back foot. Leota takes it in. And this is Richards with a loose pass, almost intercepted by Luke Nabarro. But a penalty to Wasps in any case. Referee Paul Honus offered them the option of a penalty or a scrum. And it looks like it's going to a wee prod to the touchline from Tom Voice. A wild pass, but only wild because Birmingham were offside. Luke Nabarro. Leota finds the middle of his line out safely, and now Wasps surely will try and get a big heave on. Just trying to splint it away, but they're getting shunted backwards by this Birmingham pack. Impressive early effort, but now Wasps move it. This is Irinley, the big bruising centre, but he too is thumped down in the tackle. And Wasps for the moment going backwards in attack, but it's quickly shipped down the blind side by Wasps again. But a little bit scrappy from the Premiership side in the early exchanges. Ayula Irinley, one of the biggest centres in the Premiership, but he Felt the force of the tacklers there. Birmingham scrum under huge pressure today. There's, need we remind you, part-timers against Premiership professionals. Paul Knight, the scrum half, holding it at the back, weighing up his options. And Woodrow with a lusty hoof to this touchline. Mark Woodrow, hardly the biggest standoff in the world, 5'7". He's in with the big boys today. Shortened line out for Wasps, again gathered safely, and this is Billion, the South African scrum half, shimming past a couple of tackles and on to Tom Rees in the back row, but again ball spilled in the tackle, and Nick Baxter gets a chance to stretch his legs, takes out a couple of tacklers. Again Birmingham under huge pressure and still trying frantically to clear the lines, and at the second attempt they do so. Wasps doing all the ball carrying, but all the ball spilling as well at the moment.
Don't close again before the ball's on, please.
Leota again going for the middle of the line out, but it's pinched at the front by Davidson. And Birmingham performing well on the set pieces so far. Woodrow again going through the basics. It's Simon Shaw, the England player, having the ball pinched from under his nose. Referee Paul Hone is not entirely happy with the line out at the moment. And we do it all again, this time Leota going for the back, but Leota loitering, and a free kick for the Bees. Not the slick start that we were expecting from Wasps, but as we mentioned, quite a few changes in the side today. Now Birmingham get a chance to move it through their backs. Little pop kick forward, and it goes loose but didn't go forward, and now the Bees get a chance to shunt their way up into the Wasp half. That's the 10-metre line. And Ed Orgie, the captain, locked forward, is asked to make the hard yards, which he does. Woodrow, little option of the kick, but it's charged down. Still Birmingham attacking. Just inching their way into the Wasps half now. Woodrow again, and again puts boot to ball. And he's the man chasing after it. John Rudd, though, is underneath it, and that's an 11.5 stone clinging on to 17 stone 2. And John Rudd does well and sets it back for Wasps. This is Richards, the standoff feeding on to Rinley. Abbott, the centre, cuts back inside and looks for support on his shoulder. And the forwards pile in to tidy it up. This is Dave Knight, the club's leading try scorer, 16 this season. And he makes some headway. Woodrow again, a long pass out there to Nabarro, cuts back infield and finds some space, and now finds support from Nick Baxter up towards the Wasps' 10-metre line. Good stuff from Birmingham. Woodrow again finds support outside him from Dave Knight, the full-back. Birmingham have the scrum, and Birmingham, Solihull have been taking the game to Wasps in the opening exchanges. But it's a hard school out there today, and looks like man down injured, receiving treatment. Chance for all players to take a breather and take some much needed water after a frantic start. 7 minutes gone. No score. Jim Jenner has received some treatment, and the number 8 is back, joining his friends in the Bees pack. And Paul Honus not at all happy with the scrum, and he'll ask them to do it all again.
Engage. Let's go, half.
Packs thumped together once again. It's held safely at the back by Jenner, picks up himself but is enveloped in the Wasps tackle. Now Birmingham get a chance to move it once again. Woodrow, quick hands to Davis. This burly centre makes real headway up into Wasps territory. Ball pinging about loose though, and has been stolen, and Wasps have a penalty in any case. Good work by the former Wales under-21 centre. He's a stocky wee character, but ultimately they lost the ball. Tom Boyce, former Bath player, sends a huge kick down to that far side touch, and as Nabarro tried to field it, he only carried it into touch. Well, he did his best, but it wasn't good enough. And for all his efforts, Wasps have a line out no more than 10 metres out. Former Hong Kong international Luke Nabarro, but Fijian by birth. Safely gathered in the centre of the line for Wasps, and now they'll try and get a big shove on, but there's not a sign yet of the Bees creaking, holding the Wasps forwards at bay. The Premiership forwards try and splint it off and then get that structure lumbering forward once again. Now they move it out into the backs. This is Abbott coming in on the angle, England World Cup winner. Richards, well, forward pass surely to John Rudd. John Rudd was about 3 feet in front of Richards when he took the pass, and the referee was only 3 feet away. Birmingham scrum, but a promising position for Wasps, but they can put some pressure on, but Jenner picks up and charges out of the Bees 22, and the captain Ed Orgy making just a couple of yards. Back it comes to Woodrow again. A little bit of a loose pass to Davis, the Welsh centre. Birmingham trying to run it out of the danger area, but to no avail. They have a penalty though. Interference in the ground from Wasps. Give Mark Woodrow the chance to clear the lines once again. Skews the kick off the outside of his boot. A risky business with a short throw at the front. Confusion over the numbers involved at the line out. Referee Paul Honus having a word with respective packs, and this one gathered safely at the back by the Bees, and this time they get a little bit of a drive going, legs pumping up towards the 10-metre line. Good stuff from Birmingham. Woodrow again finds support from his larger, lumpier colleagues outside him, but the thumping tackles come in from Wasps, and all momentum has gone. Ed Orgy though peels away the lock forward and captain. A little bit of a loose pass, knock on surely. Penalty though to Birmingham. They're not afraid to fling the ball about today, but they have to be careful. Again, I think Birmingham playing into the slight breeze today, just ruffling down the valley, and it's into their faces in this first half. And at the moment they're holding Wasps at bay, 12 minutes gone. And no score. The Premiership champions against the part-timers from Division 1. Warren Gatlin not showing too many signs of concern just yet, but he has said that his side struggles against Division 1 sides when they played them in pre-season friendlies. This, though, is serious stuff. Like it comes to Woodrow once again, another long looping pass, and it's a bit loose, but it finds its way to Baxter, who sets his head low and sends himself piling forward into the Wasps defence. And makes a fair bit of distance.
This guy here, number one, aim the ball, not taking players out beyond the ruck.
All to no avail, though. It's Terry Sigley, Kevin Katchuk rather, the Canadian international prop, getting told off.
D2, down D2.
Tom Boyce again gets the chance to clear for touch. It's good work by Birmingham. But ultimately it's Kevin Katchuk, the prop, who's infringing. Once again, Leota looks for his men at the centre of the line out, but it all goes horribly wrong once again, and Birmingham get a chance to clear, and now they're into space, and charging away is Hesse Fakatu, big former Tongan international, up over the halfway line. Woodrow again with a long pass out there to Sean Wolf. Just the forward pass letting them down in the end, but Woodrow is looking for men outside him with huge passes.
Engage. Let's go half.
Now a chance for Wasps to do a little bit. Ian Clark, the academy player, picks up off the back and goes, but Birmingham have a penalty. Clark holding on in the tackle. Things just not firing for Wasps at the moment, and the crowd just beginning to get a little bit frustrated. Quarter of an hour gone, no score in this Powergen Cup quarter-final. It's a very good kick indeed from Mark Woodrow, but this was the reason for the penalty. Clark holding on to the ball in the tackle, and now Birmingham have a very promising attacking platform. Indeed, 20 metres out from the Wasps line. Just wait for this line out while we have a treatment for an injury. We're going to play on. Birmingham on the attack. They are a man down though. It's Hesse Fakatu rejoining the line, and now Birmingham have a penalty, and a very kickable one at that. And of course they'll take the option to kick. Woodrow struggled a little bit with his kicking so far this season. Craig Chalmers was brought to the club, the former Scotland and Lions fly half, to take that role, but he's been in and out of the side. So Mark Woodrow, the 23-year-old electrician from Bristol, has a chance to put the Bees in front. Not too much breeze to affect his performance today. In between the posts it sails, and the Wasps trail the Bees at Adams Park. And Phil Maynard, why not, is delighted because the Division 1 part-timers lead the Premiership champions. Mark Woodrow getting Birmingham Solihull off the mark. And we have a game on. A restart from Richards. and fielded well by the Bees just inside their own 22. Things not happening for Wasps at the moment. And Woodrow again puts boot on ball. I said he's not the largest standoff in the world, 5'7", 11.5 stone, but 3 points to his name today. Trevor Leota throwing in again, not renowned for his line-out throwing, but he finds his man there, and Richards has it, finds John Rudd, big lumbering winger. But the ball again has been lost forward. And it's a Birmingham scrum. Things simply not happening for Wasps at the moment, losing the ball in contact. Spending plenty of time in the Birmingham half, but not turning possession and territory into points. And here come the Bees once again, piling in and edging their way up towards the halfway line. Woodrow under huge pressure though, and takes the tackle. Well, still coming back on the Birmingham side, but it's picked up by Knight, who looks for options down that blind side, but finds only a gold wall in front of him. Still back on the Birmingham side. Nabarro finds support outside, and this is Orgi, lumbering lock forward and captain, inspiring his side today. Risky stuff from Birmingham. A cute pass, but it's been turned into Wasp possession, and they have a chance to attack now, and men over if they can use them. This is Erinley with support. Ayula Erinley with one man to beat. Well, he had support but opted to go himself. Great pass and pick up though, and Wasps still have it. No more than 5 metres out from the Birmingham line if they can move it. This is Tom Boyce cutting back in field, the full-back. It's set back once again, and here's Erinley once again, 17 stone, takes out 2 defenders, looks for support, but Birmingham Solihull knocking forward, and Wasps have the scrum. A huge character, Ayula Erinley. Not sure he took the right option here though, and the ball finally found him. He had plenty of men in support. Billion to Erinley, into space. A wonderful pickup from Tim Payne, but Birmingham have a man down injured at the moment, just receiving a bit of treatment. It was Mike Davis who's hauled himself back to his feet. I don't blame him, he was tackling Ayula Erinley. Well, that particular break may not have yielded any points, but it's a Wasp scrum no more than 15 metres out. This is Billion looking for support outside, and Voice. John Rudd coming crashing in from his wing, takes some stopping. John Rudd. Leota does as well if he can get his hands on the ball, but he doesn't, and Birmingham breathe once again, and the clearing kick is frantic. Nabarro chasing it down, takes out Tom Voice, may well have turned them over, but Wasps emerge with it once again. Richards down that right hand wing, but well, the ball is being pinged about, and now Birmingham can attack, and they have an overlap if they can find Nick Baxter. The ball just bouncing about in front of him, and he cuts infield and runs into the brick wall of Simon Shaw. Woodrow, little kick ahead, and the chase is on for Sean Wolfe if he can gather it, but he can't. He's taken man and ball as he reached for it despairingly with his fingertips. Well, Sean Wolfe was complaining to the referee. Nick Baxter's initial break, which was halted with a shuddering thump by Simon Shaw. It's a defensive scrum for Wasps. It's about 6 metres out. Paul Honus, not entirely satisfied with proceedings. Scrum under a little bit of pressure, and it's been knocked on at the back of the scrum, and possession turns over. This will now be a Bees scrum, no more than 5 metres out from the Wasps line. They lead 3-0 at the moment, and nothing is going to plan for the Premiership side. Big scrum for the part-timers, and it's absolutely rock solid. This is Paul Knight to Woodrow. Davis looking for Wolf, but the ball is patted back and goes loose. And that promising attacking position comes to naught. Still the ball coming back on the Birmingham side though. Nabarro, little chip ahead, and it's bounced kindly for him, but he can't quite gather it. And now Wasps get a chance to break. This is Richards, finds support from Will Green. Now breaking down this left-hand side, it's Mike Roberts. Richards feeding Stuart Abbott, and now Wasps have men over on that right-hand side. This is Tom Boyce. Tom Boyce to John Rudd. John Rudd for the run into the line, cuts in field, is almost hauled down around the collar, but Wasps no more than 2 metres out. If they can recycle it quickly, they'll have a try. Back it comes now. Richards with a crossfield kick, which goes almost backwards, but still they have a chance. Leota out there to Mike Roberts for the try. And finally, Wasp pressure has told. And finally, they have the first try of the game. It was good work initially by Richards. Will Green played his part. This was Tom Boyce's break down the right-hand side, and John Rudd must have thought he had the try line beckoning, but he was hauled down. And it was actually from a dreadful crossfield kick that Wasps scored. Will Green fielding well to Leota, and then Mike Roberts sliding in. So Harvey Billion with the conversion attempt from the touchline. The good side for the right-footed kicker, and straight between the posts it sails. And they may not have been firing on all cylinders just yet, but Wasps are in front. They have the first try of the game, and they're 7-3 to the good. Well, Mike Roberts, out of the Sedbergh School, which also nurtured a certain Will Carling, and that's his first try for Wasps this season. The restart again fielded rather untidily, and it's been pinched by the Bees. Woodrow again looking for options. Sean Wolf is hammered back in the tackle, but it's still coming back on the Birmingham side. It's Fakatu carrying it in, and recycled once again. Woodrow puts boot on ball, and it's a well-judged kick indeed, and scampering back there is Tom Boyce under huge pressure from Luke Nabarro. And it's going to be a Birmingham line out, no more than 5 metres out from the Wasps line. He's been kicking well from hand today, and this was perfectly judged.
That's a good get, please, fellas. The posting goal line. Yeah, when it comes down, Simon. That's fine.
And it's won safely at the back. And now the Birmingham forwards come piling in. More than 6 metres out from the Wasps line. They're trying to just build any sort of momentum, but it collapses in a crumbled heap. Now they'll try and move it. Woodrow again looks for men outside him. It's Mike Davis coming in the crash ball. But again, the ball's popped out loose, and Wasps may well have pinched it. It's Still with Birmingham though. This is Sean Wolf, finds Ed Orgie, locked forward, lurking in the centre position. Still with Birmingham, but not making too much headway at the moment. Woodrow. And thumping tackle comes in from Wasps. Woodrow again, this time a little chip kick for Baxter to chase. Tom Boyce is there if he can field it well, but Baxter tries to wrap him up, and now Tom Boyce can break, and he shrugs off a couple of tackles, and Tom Boyce cantering out of the Wasp 22. Back it comes to Richards, it kicks long, and the ball, the cruel bounce, evades Dave Knight, who is then wrapped up in the smothering tackle of the Wasp players. The Birmingham attack has turned into frantic defence. Back it comes from Baxter to Woodrow, and the pressure is relieved once again. Taken at the back of the line out for Wasps, and this is Richards finding support inside him from Tom Rees, but a huge smothering tackle comes in once again from Birmingham. Leota likes nothing better than when he's charging headlong into the fray. 20 stone of Samoan thunder now set back once again for Wasps. But once again it all breaks down with the most basic of errors. Billy on to Richards, and a more blatant forward pass you're not going to see.
Crouch and hold. Engage. Stay square, white, the gold one. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Birmingham again with a chance to attack. This is Fakatu picking up and charging headlong into the Wasps' defence, and a mighty run is finally halted just outside the Wasp 22. But it's a Birmingham penalty. Wasp players coming in from the side.
Don't be daft. See the colour of that jersey? You'll get there if you try that again, alright? Yes, he was. In from the side,
Well,
Gold. I want you coming in.
Paul Hunt is saying the Wasp players coming in from the wrong side, and find fewer, more experienced referees in the game than this 40-year-old New Zealander. What he says goes, and what he says it's his penalty, which Mark Woodrow
what you did was you came to here,
will have a chance to pop over from just outside the 22. One from one so far, and that's what awaits Mark Woodrow. And he can finally steady the ball on the tee. Let's get close attention from one of the coaches behind him. Crouching low, it's a unique style, but it's been successful so far. And between the posts it goes, the flags are up, and the Bees are back within 1 point. He's not the biggest lad, but he's got a hefty hoof on him, and it's working today, 2 from 2. Who said it was going to be one-sided? Well, the most basic of errors, I said, are costing Wasps at the moment. And they were all in front of the kicker at the restart. The Bees scrum disintegrating in a heap, but thanks to some illegal antics from the Wasp front row, who've had a talking to from Paul Honus.
Engage. Much better, thank you, Lucy.
Paul Knight feeds, and Wasps get a huge heave on and wheel the scrum, but it's a kick from Knight which relieves the pressure. Voice underneath it, and he sends the ball skyward. Woodrow lets it bounce, and the bounce evades him, and he's under pressure now from Voice, but he scampers away before losing his footing. Now the Bees are under pressure, no more than 15 metres out from their own line. Sean Wolf opts to cut inside. Thought he was going to put boot to ball, as well he possibly should have, and now the kick is half charged down and the ball is bouncing loose, and the try is given. It was Stuart Abbott who finally got his hands on the ball, and it was a mess from the Birmingham defence, but it's a try for Wasps. Well, the clearing kick was charged down by George Skivington, but the crucial catch and topple over the line was from Stuart Abbott. Stuart Abbott, MBE, after antics in Australia last year. They have to feel for the Bees, Birmingham Solihull, because they've competed well so far, and then to give away a try such as that. Billion, 1 from 1 so far. Right foot connects to the ball, and the ball connects to the post. But Wasps have stretched their lead still. So it was a good side for a right-footed kicker, but he blocked it, and the shuddering post tells you everything you need to know. 2-0, but just 6 points the deficit. Birmingham will not give up just yet. Again, a little bit untidy. It's all been a bit scrappy so far.
Lock on White, goal scrum. I didn't think you cut it, so. Up you come, guys, it's the night. Catch and hold. Engage. Stay off at goal half.
Scrum is certainly competing. The pick up and go from Ian Clark, and now a huge hoof from Richards, and there's nobody back there, and the bounce of the ball evades the retreating Birmingham defence. Peter Richards, former England under-21 player, trying to control the game for Wasps today.
Come down, Gold. Come down. Come across. Right.
Again, Paul Honus not entirely satisfied with the line out. Now he is, and it's won safely by the Bees.
He's fine, he's through the middle. You're okay, number 8. Here's number 5.
It's a decent shunt, making just a couple of more metres. And now they'll move it. Woodrow once again, just inside his 22. Kicks for that far side touch. He'll be doing that all day. He's controlled the game well for Birmingham so far, but he's under huge pressure. Beautifully taken at the back by Wasps, and now they can charge forward. Ian Clark, young number 8, carries it on, and now Trevor Leota, we know what he'll do. Hand off and head low and up towards the 22. Digging for it, Harvey Billion. Richards finds Abbott, the try scorer, and this is John Rudd cutting in field and handing off one, and he's a huge man to bring down up to within 7 metres of the Birmingham line. Now Wasps move it out. Simon Shaw takes 3 men to halt his progress, and the Wasp forwards come tumbling in to set it up once again. This is Richards to Abbott. Abbott cutting infield and going to ground. Wasps just piling down on the Birmingham line at the moment. Trevor Leota couldn't build up any 20-stone momentum, but still they go. This is Clark, the number 8, taking the same route. just trying to suck in the Birmingham defence, and now they can move it. This is Rudd cutting infield, and again just shrugging off a tackle or two. Birmingham have to make their first tackles pay, but they're not going to, and straight through the gap is George Skivington for the try, for Wasps' third try, and the Birmingham defence is just starting to crumble. You can't fault Birmingham for the defence on this occasion. Simon Shaw halted with a shuddering thump, but eventually, when John Rudd cut back in field, they were just to creak, and it was picked up by Skivington, and the gap appeared in front of him, and that's try number 3. George Skivington's first try of the season. He's got the size of a lock forward. He plays second row as well, in the back row today. And Harvey Billion, very similar kick to the last one, this one even more straightforward. And he almost blocked that one as well, but it just sneaks inside the upright. That's 2 from 3. And that's Wasps 19, Bees 6. And Simon Shaw will be a little bit happier with proceedings now.
Adding a conversion for London Wasps, number 9, Harvey Billion. The score is London Wasps 19 points and Pertemps Bees 6.
You sense as time goes on, as the match passes, Wasps' superior fitness and strength will tell even more. Warren Gatland probably more satisfied with the last 5 minutes than the opening 25.
Crouch and hold. Engage. Stood up, fellas.
Paul Honus standing for no nonsense at all today.
Stay square, goal
Kiwi
one.
referee. There were some tired bodies already in the Birmingham side. Cute play though, sets the backline free, and this is Nabarro straight through the gap, and he has men outside him. If he can ship the pass out, he's got plenty of support. This is Baxter for the line, and Baxter for the try, and Birmingham strike back in style. What a wonderful move from the Bees, and the defence was nowhere for Wasps. Luke Nabarro saw the gap, made the space, Nick Baxter on his shoulder, and that is his first try for 3 months. Nick Baxter, the all-time leading try scorer in the National League. That, would you believe, is try number 126 for the man from Loughborough. And I wonder if he's scored many more important than that, because Birmingham are right back in the game. Woodrow with the hardest of conversions from that far side touchline. And he made it look very difficult as well. Baxter adding to his massive try tally. Former England Sevens player. And he's got Birmingham back into the game. 1911, the Premiership champions lead. Little chip ahead from Tom Voice into huge swathes of space, but just bounces cruelly the wrong side of the corner flag, and will come all the way back, but in fact will go beyond that, because that is half-time, and a half in which Birmingham Solihull have competed admirably. Wasps with 3 tries from Roberts, from Abbott, and from Skivington, but 1 in reply for the Bees from Nick Baxter. And we have a game on, we have a second half to look forward to. It's Wasps 19, Bees 11.
Nigel, I'm with you, Nigel. I'm with you. Come out, go! Come out! Hands off, guys. It's a rush. Last feet. Come back. Get out, 3. I'm with you, Nigel. I'm with you. Come out, go! Come out! Hands off, guys. It's a rush. Last feet. Come back. Get out, 3. I'm with you, Nigel. I'm with you. Come out, go! Come out!
They're all bloody MBs. Except for Clive is a bloody knight.
Hands off, guys. It's a rush. Last feet. Come back.
Used to be you had to do something special to get an MB, but now they're giving them to anybody.
Get out,
Yes,
3.
me. He turned the knighthood down. Bring a Townsend in. a huddle to fortify the Birmingham Solihull team ahead of the next 40 minutes, which may yet yield a place in the semi-finals of the Powergen Cup, but not if Simon Shaw has anything to do with it. There will have been harsh words in the Wasps changing room at half-time from Warren Gatland, I'm sure, and from Simon Shaw, because they only lead by 8 points. 40 minutes then separate both sides from a place in the semi-finals. A trip to Newcastle in the last 4, and Woodrow again with a huge clearing kick for Birmingham Solihull. And he's had a busy old game.
Just to get White. Ed, come down.
You can see the wind fluttering away at the touch judge's flag, and again Leota's throwing all over the place, and Birmingham have a chance to power their way upfield. This is carried on by Fakatu. Into the sunlight they go, and charging onwards up towards the Wasps 22.
Ball time, White. Roll out 5. Hold here.
Another chance, little cute pop pass from Woodrow, finds support inside and keeps the move alive.
They're on.
Still the Bees attack.
Hold here. Come back, Gold. Come back.
This is Knight digging for it. Woodrow again finds Ed Orgie, second row, captain on his shoulder. He's going nowhere though. But still Birmingham attack, another phase, another attack, and once again Fakatu still not making too much headway through that gold line of Wasps' defence.
That's okay.
Still they recycle it. Another chance, another option for Mark Woodrow. This time it's the kick for the corner. Cleverly disguised, Nabarro's after it. If it bounces well, but he slips. Wasps survive, but the ball goes loose. And the try is given. And it's the replacement, Aaron Takarangi, who has scored for Birmingham and has put the Bees right back into this match at the start of the second half. Well, they attacked, and the final option was a cleverly disguised crossfield kick off the outside of the boot from Woodrow. The ball went loose, and the replacement was quickest upon it.
That's apparently the Carlos move.
Aaron Takarangi on at half-time. And what a start he's made to the game. What a start he's given Birmingham Solihull to this second half. This from Mark Woodrow to draw the visitors. The Division 1 side within a point, but it slides wide of the posts. But still, Birmingham Solihull are back in the game, thanks to that man, Aaron Takarangi. A wake-up call for Wasps, surely, if ever they needed it. And again, Woodrow dictating the pace, controlling the play.
Off the mark, got White.
Again, Wasps line out. Trevor Leota has to find his man. Does, but rather untidily. And the forwards come tumbling in to tidy it up. Richards misses out Abbott to Irinley, tries to hand off 1 and 2 and spins around in the tackle and creeps over the halfway line, and Wasps have a penalty. It's taken quickly by Billion. This is Tim Payne carrying it on. Prop burrowing low and making some yardage. Back it comes to Abbott, to Richards. Richards with men outside him, if he can set them free. This is Rudd down the far side touchline. Was still with it, and the referee playing advantage as well. Shaw finds support from Richard Burkett, Wasps edging closer to the line.
Hands off two!
Richards carries it in. And it's carried on ever further by Tom Rees. Billion finds support outside him in the line, and Irinley picks it up deftly and thunders towards the line, and Ayula Irinley, there's no stopping the man. Over he goes for the try, and that's what Ayula Irinley does best. 17 stone plus of sheer muscle, and Wasps are back in control. Abbott's long pass was loose, but it was scooped up by the massive paws of Ayula Irinley, and he certainly does take some hauling down, and by the time Birmingham did haul him down, it was too late. He's a vast figure, a huge centre, 6'4", 17 stone 5. Scored the winning try against Quins last week in the league in the 88th minute. And he's given Harvey Billion another conversion attempt. This one not the easiest. He's landed 2 from 3 so far. And this from entirely the wrong side for a right-footed kicker. And he's not entirely pleased with his efforts, and rightly so. But Wasps are back in charge thanks to the try from Ayula Irinley. Woodrow gets things going once again. And Billion sets his back line free. This is Abbott cutting in field, shimmying past one tackle. Leota is turned over. Irinley misses the pass behind him, and now Richards sets off crossfield and through enormous gaps, and he's dancing away past 1 or 2 tackles. Now finds support from Payne, who loses the ball forward. Well, after such good work from Peter Richards, it was Tim Payne who just couldn't make the ball go backwards. In a lively old game, Peter Richards is being outshone by his opposite number 10, Mark Woodrow, at the moment. Little chip and chase. Fielding it is Tom Voice, but none too tidily. Didn't go forwards though. And Wasps still have it. Billion to Irinley. Irinley tries to just slide past a tackle, but is well marshalled. And Richards sends it towards that far side touch. Tom Voice won't want to see that again, but the Birmingham defence bearing down upon him. Crowd try and get the home side going, but the line-out is won safely by Birmingham Solihull. Jim Jenner scored a try in the final of the Powergen Cup 3 years ago for Newcastle, and doing his best for the First Division side now. Ed Orgie trying desperately to keep momentum going. This is Sean Wolfe. His option is to run headlong into the goal defence. Looks to be a little bit of a high tackle there. Well, that is a high tackle on Hesi Fakatu. Just shrugs it off.
Yeah, you went high, Simon, that was the problem, mate.
I think there's blood pouring from the nose of Simon
Shaw.
Shaw.
Off, Simon.
And this is how it happened. It's a head knock on Trevor Leota, and Trevor Leota has a very solid head indeed.
That's this guy here. No, Simon went high, not you. Yep.
Simon Shaw eventually gets back to his feet via the blood bin, I suppose. It'll be a penalty to Birmingham Solihull, almost in front of the posts.
He's got to go, mate. He's got to go. So Yeah, no, well, you can just hold that over his nose and walk him to the sideline. Thanks very much. And take your bag with you.
That's clear instruction. Off you
your
go to the
bag
blood
with
bin. Take your bag with. Oh, the referee's just dropped his bag on the ground now.
Penalty here.
Wasn't really assisting things there, Paul Honus. Get lost, he says. So Simon Shaw trudging off to the blood bin. And if he cares to look around on his way off, he will see Mark Woodrow with the penalty attempt. Which is probably his most straightforward attempt of the afternoon. For just a chink of light to the part-timers, straight through the posts, and the gap is narrowed. Wasps' lead is just 5 points. Mark Woodrow is shining on the big stage. Restart from Wasps now without Simon Shaw, who's in the blood bin. Woodrow again, everything being channeled through this tiny fly half. So, blood bin replacement coming up. It's not, this is just a straight replacement. Nathan, this is Tom Rees leaving, and on in his place, James Haskell.
Go.
Again, Wasps line out. A little bit untidy, but they have it, and this is Irinley. Irinley smothered in the tackle almost before he had the ball. Wasps still have it though and have a few options down that far side. Careering up towards the 22. Trevor Leota stoops low and charges headlong into the defence. Now, Wasps have men on this near side. Tom Voice. But there's nothing there for Wasps, and there's a penalty there for the Bees.
There's no way you get the ball back from there. You've got to release the ball.
Well, not releasing the ball, and it's a penalty and a chance for Birmingham Solihull to relieve the pressure. And with a hefty boot, he does just that. Well, Tom Voice was caught and turned. Couldn't get the ball back. Birmingham safely gather their line out once again. They've been tidy in that department in all set pieces so far. They're just getting squeezed a little bit by the Wasps defence. Now they get some forward momentum. Some shunt and some drive and some heave going forward. And Woodrow has it once again. Long pass out there to Sean Wolfe. Sean Wolfe slips the tackle, and Wolfe now has support from Nabarro, but the pass doesn't go to hand. Nabarro was in if it had. And a chance goes begging. It was Sean Wolfe who slipped the tackle. That created the space. Nabarro on his shoulder. To be honest, the pass was a little bit fierce, almost bouncing off the chest of Luke Nabarro, who probably had one eye on the try line.
Engage. No. Settle. Okay. Staying out of it, half.
So Wasps just beginning to feel the pressure, but they have a penalty as Mark Woodrow scampered through. Well,
coming around offside. Here's your mark. Just on the 22 there, that's it. Penalty kick.
5 points to lead, and I'm sure concern is starting to enter the mind of Warren Gatland as time ticks away in the second half.
Come down, boys. Come down, White. Come down. Across.
Trevor Leota, again, a little bit squint with the line-out throw, but it's scooped athletically back, and Wasp attack once again, but the ball again spilled forward by Ian Clark in the tackle.
First knock on blind goal.
And they'll come back for that scrum.
Hard luck, mate. Scrum it down.
The gap was there, but Ian Clark just fumbled it
Crouch and hold. That's all right. Engage.
I wonder if Wasps might be beginning to feel just a little bit of pressure, a little bit of nerves, as the Division 1 side stays well within touch. Options for Paul Knight, the scrum half. Jinks round the side and then sets it back once again. But I think it may well have been... Well, Birmingham still have it as they edge their way up to the halfway line. Back it comes to Davis under pressure.
Last feet, Gold.
Picked up by Knight down the blind side into space. Knight looking for support. Decides to chip ahead, but off the outside of his boot and into touch. But Birmingham are keeping the pressure on Wasps. What all good scrum halves should do. Paul Knight spotting the gap. Right option to kick ahead, just the wrong execution. It's Alec Davidson who's down injured. The Bees lock forward. Former Wales under-21 player. Been some hefty tackles going in today. Phil Maynard just giving final instructions, and he's got a smile playing across his face because he must be quietly very, very satisfied with the way his side has performed so far.
Guys, so we take a half step off the mark. Time on.
Leota chucks it in once again. It's just a bit untidy, but here's Leota to redeem himself with a charge down the touchline. But again, it's lost forward at the line out.
Yep. On me, guys, on me. Here's our mark. Hookers over the mark, please.
Paul Honus has had plenty to say to both sides. It has been a little bit scrappy at times, but the Birmingham Solihull scrum has been
get back behind the ball.
Steadfast and secure. Woodrow has it once again and a loose pass. Wasps quickly up, but now Birmingham with a chance to attack, and this is Knight racing forward from full back. Sean Wolfe comes round on the loop and sets it back once again, and it's the Bees raining down on the Wasps line once again into the 22. They charge. Still carrying it forward, recycling it, setting it back. Well, they have the scrum.
Good scrum. Your offside line is the ball. If you're standing in front, I'll penalise you, okay? Come on, guys, you should know the law.
Fourth, fifth pace play for Birmingham.
Crouch and hold. Engage.
Picked up at the back by Fakatu, who carries it up to within 15 or so metres of the Wasps line.
Roll off.
And try and set it back once again. Birmingham with options. Woodrow down that right hand side, but there's numbers of Wasps defenders out there, and they wrap him up in the tackle.
Roll away, goal.
Needs to come back quickly, which it does now. Ed Orgie picks up and lumbers forward a couple of metres or so. But advantage and a penalty for Birmingham. Wasps offside. The instruction was clear from Paul Honus. They were all offside.
Ed. Shot, fellas.
You can see a little bit of frustration and some concern, I'm sure, starting to creep into the Wasp players' minds, because Mark Woodrow has the chance for a fourth successful kick of the afternoon and a chance to pull Birmingham within just 2 points. I wonder what they're thinking at the moment. It's not pretty for the Premiership champions. Woodrow then crouching low, steadying himself, and he's picking up the tee because he knows that he has moved the Division 1 side within 2 points of Wasps, and they can almost taste a place in the last four. Rob Walton has come on for Birmingham Solihull. The kick charged down, Woodrow gathers it though. The bounce favoured him and he's able to send a huge kick tumbling over the head of Roberts. Tom Voice has it now.
Use your feet, no hands.
Biljon looking for options outside him. Trevor Leota trundling across the park but not making too much headway. Biljon again. This is Tom Voice in the stand-off position. Almost through the gap.
12, don't go in there, goal, 12 goal, okay?
Biljon
Hands
again.
off, leave him wide, don't play him.
Considering things.
Hands out too!
And finds support in
Hands
Skivington.
off.
But was still
That's it,
deep
man,
inside
that's
their
it.
own half. Richards with a kick ahead, and that's a penalty and a late challenge.
I know you turned your back on him, but you've got to step out of his... Yeah, that's fine, no problems. Benefit of the doubt.
Well, referee
that's
Paul
okay.
Honus having a long word with Ed Orgie. A few hopeful cries of off from the home crowd, but it's just a talking to.
Yeah, you've got where the ball alighted, where the ball bounced from the kick.
And
Have you
Peter
got it?
Richards is a bit groggy.
Where the ball bounced from the kick first time, bow on the halfway. Thank you. You've got an option of a penalty here or a penalty here for a late charge. Penalty here in 15. Okay.
I'm not sure Peter Richards will want to see this again. There's a thumping high, late, everything you want wrong about that challenge. But Richards is back, if somewhat unsteadily
You
to
all
his
right,
feet.
Okay, when you're ready. It's not out, it's not
Wasps
out.
take the
Let it
option
go.
of the penalty and the kick for far side touch, but doesn't find touch.
Just wait! Okay, he's played it,
Sure, they
play on!
have to do off your own penalty, but they still get a chance to attack. This is Tom Voice. Tom Voice rather confused, but finds support, and this is Tim Payne, prop forward, looking for quicker men outside him. She finds in
Play on.
Mike Roberts, scored of a Wasps try in the first half.
That's okay, let him play it.
Half through the gap is
3, don't go in there, 3 goals.
Abbott. This is Richards, but the ball evades him. It's carried on by Haskell. Biljon to Richards once again.
Cross forward, advantage,
Ian
wide.
Clark again losing the ball forward in the tackle, and a chance now for the Bees to attack. The fingertip tackle, and Woodrow
no
spills
balance.
it, but will come back for the original knock on. It's fast, it's frantic, there are mistakes, and the pressure on Wasps is increasing. Huge tackle on Tom Voice.
13 and 11 yellow.
And ultimately it was Clark
13.
losing the ball in contact once again.
11.
Mark Denny has come on in place of Ayula Erinley in the Wasps midfield. And again, that Bees scrum is rock solid. Kick just bouncing in front of Tom Voice. He eventually gathers it, but takes a couple of Birmingham attackers at the same time, and they have the scrum. A good kick and chase down, set up promising position. The ball is spilled, hasn't gone forward, and Birmingham still have it. Jim Jenner charging forward, but the ball is lost, and here come Wasps. Passes loose though, and Tom Voice frustrated, and he couldn't quite pinch it.
Cross forward, fellas, first infringement. Who's that, Mark?
There's a chance, a half chance,
Flankers, stay on, don't stand up, please, stay on.
but the pass was just too far in front of Tom Voice.
Engage.
Bees scrum once again, just inside the Wasps' half. Woodrow, long pass out to Nabarro. There's space out there if Nabarro can free the ball, but he can't, and he's wrapped up in the tackle.
Hands off, come back, 7.
And they've lost the ball, and now Wasps can attack, and they have men down that left-hand side. And the charge is on and looking for the ball. Birmingham emerge once again, and it's end-to-end stuff. Recycling it quickly. The forward's not quite there in support yet, but it still comes back. On the visitors' side, this is Luke Nabarro. Nabarro finds support, and it's Vakatu is clear. On to Takarangi, but he's shepherded into touch, gets the ball away before he crosses the white line. And Birmingham still have it. Woodrow juggles with it once and then sends a long pass, a loose pass out, but it's gathered well. This is Orgi, the captain. And a penalty to the Bees, offside. And this will be a kick at goal to put the Division 1 side in front. The referee decides Wasps, a couple of players there a mile offside, and it may well prove costly. Woodrow, 4 from 6 in the kicking stakes this afternoon. Just the slightest of figures, but he's punishing Wasps this afternoon. To put the Bees in front. Mark Woodrow pops it forward. He's picking up the tee again. He knows it's good. The touch judges' flags are raised, and Mark Woodrow is bludgeoning Wasps at the moment because the Division 1 side, the part-timers, lead the Premiership champions. And why not? 500 travelling supporters from Birmingham, from Solihull, ecstatic. Wasps are up against it. The restart comes back on the Birmingham side, and they're growing with confidence at every stroke. Knight again, little box kick. Oh, and it's fumbled by Clark. And Clark is not having the best of days. Lost the ball a couple of times in contact, and this was a simple knock on, but you could see the frustration in the young number 8.
Come forward once, crouch and hold.
He's now hiding in the scrum.
Wait up, fellas. Yeah, you never became stationary, right? Just crouch and hold. Yep. Engage.
Wonder what the difference in standard might be between Division 1 and the Premiership. On this evidence, not a huge amount.
Hold here, Gold.
Birmingham will have it, but they're being pushed back at the moment. Now they try and get a little bit of forward effort. Woodrow again finds Sean Wolfe,
Last feet, hands off.
former Premiership player with Leeds. He's not going too far on that occasion. Woodrow with the Gary Owen. And it's gathered by Van Gisbergen.
Release! Yeah, it's yours.
But Birmingham have pinched it. Nothing is going to plan for Wasps at the moment.
Come out, 6!
And digging away for it is Nick Baxter at scrum half. Woodrow, little chip forward for chaser. Sean Wolfe has it, and Wolfe into space. He's got support outside him, but he carries on himself up to within 15 metres of the line. Now the Wasp defence is getting back, but there are men over for Birmingham. Interception, and it's going to be a straight charge for the line for Denny if Baxter can catch him, and he hauls him down at the last. Denny trying to offload, and oh, Birmingham's attack turns to frantic defence. Ultimately Wasps lose it forward, and the Bees will have a defensive scrum. Nick Baxter with the crucial, desperate, last-minute, last-metre tackle to score a try is a potent weapon in attack, but on that occasion he had to do it all in defence. It was a Birmingham attack which we thought might yield a try, but the pass was plucked out of the air by Mark Denny. Didn't quite have the pace to set his giant frame all the way to the line, and Nick Baxter with a saving tackle. Breathing hard, Nick Baxter.
Yellow.
Now, not a sight that'll gladden the heart of Birmingham Solihull. On comes Rob Howley. What a player to bring off the bench. Pressure. Pakatu picks up. 5 metres from their own line. Things have to be done right here, and Woodrow under huge pressure gets the kick away quickly, and what a kick it is as well. Huge kick from almost in his own in-goal area, and he's having a stormer of a game.
Here's that, Mark. Move across. Move across, White. Ed, come down, please. Ed, come down. Play on.
Line out has been untidy all afternoon, and Birmingham have pinched it.
Play on.
Woodrow again, but
backwards.
all of it bunched up and the pass goes loose.
Hands off.
But still, the Bees have the ball.
Okay.
Knight digging for it, back it comes to Woof, and the kick half charged down. And the benefit of that is they'll have the throw in at the line out. (33) 59 caps for Wales. Rob Howley has much to do in the final few minutes if he's to turn this game around for Wasps. Woodrow again doing what he's done all afternoon and relieving the pressure on the Birmingham lines. You can hear the frustration ringing around the ground. This man was supposed to be understudy to Craig Chalmers this season, the former Scotland and Lions fly half.
No, wait up.
But he's made the position his own.
Fellas, you're closing to get wide. That's why the throw went wide. Let's have it again, and give me a big gap, number 2. Come on, work your forwards. Hold your gap.
Everything must be right and proper in the line out.
No, you give me a gap or I'll free kick you, okay? Right, let's hold it.
Ben Gotting, the replacement hooker. Come on for Trevor Leota, flinging long, not straight, advantage White, says the referee. And the line out has been a source of much concern all afternoon for Wasps. And when you're a point behind, you've got to win your line outs.
Forward, White, come forward. Come forward, scratch and hold. Hey! Fellas.
Concern on the
Wait for the call.
good
Scratch and
patrons
hold.
of Adams Park.
Engage. Stay off the scrum, Rob.
Knight feeds a little chip and chase, and it's patted back by Roberts and into touch. And Birmingham are edging their way slowly up the pitch. Too much time to do anything there. So field the ball and find himself being shunted towards the dugouts. Didn't look too straight, but Paul Honus says play on, and where the Wasps line out has been misfiring, Birmingham Solihull have been rock steady. They're splintering away and breaking away and disguising it and smuggling it up into the Wasps' half. This is the Premiership side on the back foot.
He's okay, he's fine, they can't stop him.
And still they
He's okay.
make a little bit of headway.
Now roll out, goals. Easy on the ball, fellas.
There's the ball coming back on the Birmingham side. It is eventually Baxter into play scrum half to Woodrow. Woodrow again thumps the ball downfield, and the chase is on for Takarangi, and Takarangi gathers Tom Voice before he can get the ball safely in his hands, and huge pressure now on Van Gisbergen, who's thumped to the ground, and it's been lost forward by Wasps. And it's a Birmingham scrum right on the Wasp 22. Woodrow again, just controlling the play. And Takarangi was quickly upon Tom Voice, and everything is now going wrong for Wasps. We're on the verge of one of the great upsets in Cup rugby. Wasps trail by a solitary point, and Birmingham have the ball. 25-24. Wasps are behind, and here comes the Birmingham pack once again, just beginning to creak into gear. Just a few minutes of play remaining, and edging their way towards the Wasps 22. This was not supposed to happen, but it is. Right again to Woodrow. Woodrow with Dave Knight, the club's leading try scorer this season, coming in, not making too much headway on that occasion. Woof sees nothing in front of him but a sea of Wasps defenders, and just sets it back once again. The shadows growing ever longer, and Woodrow with a huge drop goal attempt. Has he got the distance? He has! Just sneaked by the post. The crowd thought it was between the posts, and the referee doesn't know. And Paul Honus is going to consult with his touch judge.
Did it clear the crossbar? I'll check with him as well, I'm too far away.
Well, it was straight. The question is, was it long enough? And he's going to check with the other touch judge.
As you can appreciate, I'm too far away. Was it over?
I couldn't see whether it went over the bar or not.
I can't award it then.
I can't do it.
Okay.
Well,
22.
neither touch judge saw if it went over, neither did referee Paul Honus. Let's have a see what you think.
No, we can't award it because
From fully 48 metres, and that's a drop goal, that's over. Well, Birmingham can feel rightly aggrieved. They should be leading by 4 points, they lead by 1. And if they lose this now, there will be heavy hearts and much inquiring.
Coming out, goal, coming out! Number 10!
But still Birmingham attack, and still the
He's
clock
all right.
ticks down. Knight finds support, and into touch they go. Boos still ringing round the ground from the Bees supporters, but Wasps still inside their own half. This time the line out is securely won. Birmingham will be playing with a sense of grave injustice and grievance, but Wasps attack. They're pegged back just in their own 22 though. And now Birmingham have a penalty, and now perhaps they can get the 3 points they deserve. You can see what it means to the fans. They're closing in on the biggest scalp in the history of the club. And I wonder if Mark Woodrow's having a long chat about the drop goal.
So I was too far away to call it accurately. Yeah, I thought it might have been. I had to go with TJ's, and they couldn't help it.
Some of the time I'll see you.
Well, Woodrow doesn't seem too bothered.
There's 2 minutes to go. That's it.
2 minutes remaining. And this will give Birmingham Solihull
Sorry guys, it's 5 and total
a
to go.
4 point
2
lead
plus
going
3.
into that final 2 minutes. 5 successful kicks so far this afternoon. 6 if you count that drop goal that never was. Mark Woodrow, who's controlled the game, who's kicked superbly all afternoon, gives the First Division part-timers a 4 point lead with 2 minutes remaining. And Phil Maynard, the coach, his message is clear: get the ball down the other end. Wasps now will attack with a frantic fury, but Woodrow, who else is underneath it, scrabbles his way just over the 22. We had a desperate final couple of minutes. And a huge kick from Dave Knight, the fullback, but it finds only Mark van Gisbergen, who gallops into the Birmingham half, doesn't know what to do, and goes to ground and sets it back. Howley to Stuart Abbott. Stuart Abbott half through on the Birmingham 10-metre line. Howley again, this time little chip for himself to chase. Tom Boyce is also there, but it's well fielded, and it's a penalty to the Bees. As we head into injury time, Warren Gatland almost has a resigned look about it.